Hi everyone, it's Alex from Risk Academy. I'm in Oman at the moment, it's plus 30 degrees in shade, so for the first time ever I'm doing some videos inside. And today I wanted to continue on a topic that I feel is very important to the risk management profession. A while back I posted a video saying that I personally feel that the best role or the most prominent role that the risk managers, the modern day risk managers in non-financial companies should be playing is a devil's advocate. Get involved in the decision making and just provide the sounding board and alternative hypothesis to what the management is deciding. Now that's easier said than done. So now I will shoot a series of videos saying, well, what do you as the risk manager need to have to be able to play the role of devil's advocate? Because you can't really just rock up to a board meeting or a senior executives meeting or an investment committee meeting and say, well, what if we look at it from a different perspective? You really need to bring something to the table to be listened to, and you need something to get to that table in the first place. It's not that easy. So first short video that I wanted to start with is about information and data. And obviously you can't contribute something to the discussion, to the decision making, unless you have proper data, proper analytics, proper information. And that information is actually not that easy to obtain. It really takes a lot of mind shifting to get to the stage where you as the risk manager possess enough ammunition to provide an alternative point of view. And just think about it. Most modern day risk management methodologies in non-financial companies really depend on the risk manager talking to the different business units, collecting that information, and then consolidating it, presenting it some sort of risk form, having risk workshops, and then sort of feeding that back to the management. Now, that may have worked 5 or 7 years ago, but I think it's absolutely nonsense. I mean, this is just ridiculous. How can you provide value or alternative point of view if you're simply reiterating what the management told you in the first place? So you really need to have a different perspective. You need to have more than just what the management tells you to be able to provide an alternative. So that's actually pretty big. You as the risk manager should start, and this is not a quick process by any means. It's a real journey that you need to slowly build towards to. So as the risk manager, you need to build a structured, formalized data gathering process where you would, for any significant decision that the business is taking, in my previous role it was investment decisions, or really any decision, any significant decision that is taking place, you as the risk manager need to build a systematic, formalized process that you will get information from other parts of the organization or equipment or directly from financial systems to you. And that actually requires significant amount of effort, as I said. For me, for example, it was a process where for every decision that was going to take place in the organization, I've created a checklist for finance, legal, security, audit, strategy, and technology team to provide some input on what do they see is important in the particular decision. So at any given point in time, for every decision that the business brought, I had at least 5 or 6 different alternative views. If all was well, if there was no significant risk, then all those views would be identical. But if there were some issues, then the business team may tell us one story, but I would have enough evidence from other sources to become the devil's advocate in that instance. So I feel this is very important. This is really the lesson I learned, the first lesson I learned on becoming a devil's advocate. You need reliable sources of information. and relying on what business tells you, the sort of the front office tells you, is not reliable. Human biases, mixed motivations, those people are simply too influenced by different forces to tell the complete picture or the truthful picture. So you need alternative point of view. And this is very important. Get that data coming into the risk management team regularly to be able to stand up and say an alternative point of view if you ever have to. So I have 4 more things to share with you in this sort of broad spectrum of devil's advocate. Do subscribe to the Risk Academy channel for more information and share your thoughts in the video underneath this. Thank you.